Alright everybody, welcome to Ramble number 3. Today is November the 8th, 2021 of course. I'm here doing some Sarachnis. I think this is going to be the last kill of the trip, and pretty much just wanted to give everyone an update on how the account's been doing so far. Can I get this hit? Ooh, stop. Yeah, I think the last time I made a video was, or a ramble, I guess, was 2 weeks ago. So in that time, pretty much I have, what was last ramble about? Oh yeah, I got the Inquisitor mace, which I'm using right now, and it's been 2 weeks, and I've pretty much just been, I camped Sarachnis for 1 week, and did skill of the week competition and agility for the other week. Whoa, what a fat spec. That was like 110 damage. God damn. So yeah, I'm gonna hop out from this kill real quick so I can kind of talk and stuff, because I thought this would be easier to just record a ramble, but I figured, and kill Sarachnis, but I figured I start at the end of the Sarachnis trip here, my recording, because it just makes, I need to collect myself, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's been 2 weeks, and I have been doing some Sarachnis, so really quick wanted to give you guys an update on the loot tab here. Let's see if we can pull it up. That's the hard clue tab. Where is the Sarachnis tab? There we go. So I did around 1,400 kills in a week. Casual hours. Not the greatest kills in a week, but certainly something I'm happy with, because I do work a full-time job now, so I will take that any day. And it was pretty fun. I got around like 40 hard clues and 24 elite clues, and real quick I'll show you guys, I guess, the hard clue loot. As you can see, the elite caskets haven't been opened because I'm waiting for like Pole 76 to come out with the question of like third age rates, and I'm hoping that will probably pass. It's a really sensible question. It has to do with, like, you know, third age rates for elite clues being like improperly balanced. I believe that they're rarer than master clues, but their rarity should be like in between hards and masters, right? Like in terms of the clue progression, it only makes sense. So I'm holding on to those, but pretty much everything in front of the casket has been unique hard clue loot since I started killing Sarachnis. So 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Got around 12 unique collection log slots from hard clues so far, and I'm pretty happy with that. Can I check my clue kill count here maybe? Oh, I can. Okay, so 91 hard clues. So yeah, I did around 40 since I got the mace, so 23 items. It's looking pretty, I don't know, I think it's looking pretty good. I don't know how many I'll get when I finish 300 hard clues for my Yuri transform emote. If you guys remember from last ramble, that's pretty much what that's pretty much one of my main goals, is to get all the clue untradables, because it's just really fun to do. Elite clues I haven't opened, and I guess in the 33 that I have opened, I've gotten nothing, so unfortunate. And then I haven't kept track of how many master clues I got, because they're just not on the loot tab, but that's the wrong tab. But yeah, here's the master clue log, so that's really good. I think last video I was 521 or something, so we're at 537, so slow and steady. Surely something will come with the elite clues eventually. But yeah, that's an update on Sarachnis. And then I guess I wanted to show you guys some skill of the week gains. So I did hit 30 mil agility over the last week in a skill of the week competition. I wanted to ideally end at level 108, but that kind of didn't go as planned. Essentially, I planked the last day of the competition. Now, you know, GG's to, hold on, am I on the right overlay? GG's to, you know, Midzi. He fought hard, but I take this loss on myself. I pretty much had a 400k experience lead going into the last day in first place, and then literally yesterday was like the first sunniest day in forever here in British Columbia. It's been raining for like 14 days, and man, I was just so mentally exhausted from just a bunch of shit, you know, external things going on in my life. And, you know, I'm not like a depressive person at all per se, but, you know, just just the mental exhaustion of doing the same things over and over again, and kind of skill of the week kind of condemns you into this giant grind. And I wasn't able to finish the last day off strong. Like I said, I gave up the lead right here at this point. But as you can see, it was a really tight battle. We went back and forth, changed leads a lot. I'm the mint colored line, and we have Midzi in the blue colored line here. So GG's to him. I'm honestly so surprised I got 5.2 mil agility experience on obviously, non-neat hours. So I'm super proud of that. And yeah, I wanted to share those agility gains. Oh, and one more thing. I obviously did Hallowed Sepulchre, so I made a lot of money. And this is also, there's a lot of stuff going on in this ramble. So what did I cover? Sarachnis, agility gains. Okay, well, time for the bank update. So unfortunately, I did record a ramble before this, but I had problems with the OBS scene. I pretty much did not, capture my windows properly, and I wasn't able to show you guys like the price check that I did in the first recording because I obviously sold it, and I made a mistake in that recording last time. So this is recording number 2, but pretty much wanted to give you guys a bank update on what 1 week of Hallowed Sepulchre looks like. Pretty much from the ruined plate bodies here above. Got around 100 plate bodies here. This is obviously from a couple of hard clues as well. And then these adamant items here are from Hallowed Sacks, a lot of Ranner seeds, Rune 2 Anners, the usual. And then I got really lucky. I got 4 Rings of Endurance in a week. So I think I have 773 chests opened. And I have 5 rings in total. So I was super stoked to get, 4 rings in 1 week, along with 5.2 mil agility XP. So in the end, I did lose the skill of the week, but the gains are all that matters. I made money gains and I made skilling gains. So super stoked about this, you guys. I think it's, so almost 40 mil each here. So this is 160 mil in rings, and then that's the majority of the loot, obviously. And then I got a little bit of like 10 mil spare change. So that's the bank update. And oh yeah, one more thing. I mean, I did I did get some upgrades finally that we can scratch off of the list. So as you can see here, I did buy finally my Avernic Defender hilt, and I finally got my finally got my imbued heart. So let's go scratch the gear goals away real quick here. So how do I do that? Still new to OBS, so yeah, I put a lol next to the Avernic Defender because I am a max main and I don't have one. So yeah, got rid of that stuff. And I don't think I had a Slayer gem here in the miscellaneous goals, but I guess I should have. So yeah, the gem's super useful because when I have the shout out to a magician, Tommy Tob, a couple of times. When I have the Master Clue bank tab for clues, obviously, I was only able to put Slayer Ring 8 here, or like Slayer Ring 1. I couldn't put like any charge in this location. So the fact that I have an Eternal Ring just makes life a lot cleaner. So super stoked about that. What's another update I wanted to give you guys? Bank related. Let's see here. Oh yeah, dude, this is a neat one. So I guess I have to deposit my gear. There we go. Boom. I did achieve 1 bill bank value recently, so just super happy with that. That's never happened to me in my lifetime playing RuneScape. So like I didn't even have a party hat back in RuneScape 2 or anything. So this is just huge. Super stoked about that. Here's a little bit of a loot tab. Kind of messy, but it's like pretty much hard clue loot. And some Sarachnis loot. So yeah, we got 1 bill loot tab. And I guess while, I can't kill Sarachnis when I do these rambles, but I might as well do a bird one because that's something I can do, and it's a great opportunity to do one. So good old do your birdhouse runs, you guys, even if you're not an Iron Man. I mean, there's collection log gains to be made, so you can't just not do it. But yeah, now I'm in so I made so much money from Hallowed Sepulchre that I'm kind of in a debate of what to do with my goals. So obviously the Sarachnis and the Clue and tradable rewards are going to be my main goals. But, you know, obviously with the Sarachnis grind, I am just accumulating money. And as you saw in the loot tab for Sarachnis, I think it was like 43 mil in 1,500 kills. So, you know, by the time I get some hard clues completed, I am going to have a lot of money, and it is going to stack up with the Hallowed Sepulchre week that I did, and I made 170 mil. So I'm either debating funding my alternate account and starting to like work on, you know, GP alting and maybe some dolos, or I'm thinking of getting a scythe, because if I'm correct, like the scythe is at like a dip. I don't know if it's at an all-time low, but it's just in a really good, like, if you have money, you should get a scythe right now, especially with Raids 3 coming up and stuff. So definitely wanted to, definitely considering getting a scythe. I don't know, maybe you guys know in the comments, you know, if you think I should get a scythe or fund the alternate account. Long term, it seems like the alternate account is the way to go. You know, it does make you GP long term, and you know, the ability to dolo does increase your collection log gains faster over time. Is this really empty, dude? Oh my god. That's some sad shit, son. Well, it's not empty now, but yeah, maybe there's, I do have a tab open with the scythe, you know, so I wish there was more data for the GE site. I know people use other like third-party apps, but I kind of wish there was just some extra stuff, like, yeah, I think there's only like volume and GP, right? But yeah, I mean, when was August? This was when like we were getting no PVM updates or something. I think this was Fasani's Nightmare. I don't know. And then it just dropped. Was Fasani's Nightmare in May? I don't know, man. But yeah, there seems to be like a little pattern here, you know, like from June to August, we go down and up. I don't know. Actually, no, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I do think this will decline further and further. So, debating getting a scythe. I'm honestly leaning towards that. I know I asked you guys, but I am going to be holding the money now. And it's really just going to be a race of, can I do Sarachnis in time? Can I finish the untradable clue grind in time before the scythe goes up? And if the scythe does go up, I think it's out of the question, and I'll buy the scythe later. But if, you know, it stays the same price, I might just stick with that. You know, another good thing about the scythe is that I do get to, you know, Tob now. I do have an imbued heart, so I can do the melee freeze roll, and obviously everyone wants you to have a scythe when you're tobbing, because it's just, you know, it's the gentleman's rule, you know, you got to bring a Warhammer to Chambers of Xeric, so you definitely got to bring a scythe to Tob, right? Indeed. So, wanted to give you guys an update on that, and then there has been a new blog. I'm going to try to keep this ramble as short as possible. I don't think people like long rambles, but there has been a new blog, so I guess I will read it. I did glance it, so this is like a second time read, but as you can see, they decided to add Torva armor, and this is basically, they got rid of Virtus as well, but this is essentially similar to the RuneScape 2 stats. I wish I had the RuneScape 2 stats to pull up, but yeah, we're pretty much looking at something that I guess I predicted, because I think in last Ramble as well, I did mention how Torva would be cool, and I did, well, I didn't predict it, but I guess I said something like Torva should be above Bandos in defense and below just this year. So that's pretty much what they did here, and that's super cool. This is the best in slot helmet now, so yeah. And man, like the legs just look so thin, man. Like, I mean, this looks really similar to RuneScape 2. I do recognize the helmet and the top, but I don't know if the legs look like this, but I mean, this is tier 80 armor, son. This could be chunky. You know, this could be like the Lego man. They need to turn Torva plate legs into Lego legs. So not much to say. Oh yeah, here. I mean, they are saying that it's gonna cost components and stuff from sacrificing your Bandos armor, and I know this has been a thing people have been asking for a lot. But yeah, I was just kind of worried about the thematic kind of nature of this. You know, I don't know how Bandos and Zeros are related. You know, Torva seems to be a dude that fought for Nex and stuff in the God Wars, and I don't know, maybe there's just some spiritual energy with Bandos components that, you know, can augment your Torva components. I'm not sure. You know, there's like a forge that you have to create Torva on, or are you creating Torva, or are you... That's actually what I don't know. Oh, they're going to drop as broken and unequipable. Okay. I see. I see. So you are getting Torva as a drop. That it would be super weird if you did not get it. You just got like a component and then you brought it to a furnace and then bang, Torva showed up. So okay, that's kind of neat. And it must be revitalized using components salvaged from the Bando set. Furnace in the ancient prison. Dude, the ancient prison is gonna look so cool. I mean, I remember this shit vividly from RuneScape 2. So hype for that. And yeah, you'll assemble the set. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this is a lot of components. So how many components do you get? Okay, so this is how many components you get from the Bandos chestplate and the Bandos tassets. And then to make the Torva pieces, it's basically going to cost you one Bando set. One Bando set minus the boots is pretty much the Torva set. So it's 1 for 1. I mean, this just like halves the... This literally just halves the decline in the value of Torva and Bandos. It doesn't like stop it from going down. Like, you know, but hey, I mean, you know... We don't have a lot of wiggle room to work with in the old school RuneScape economy. You know, the deaths are pretty safe and not a lot of item sinks per se. I was actually thinking about the death rework recently. We're going to go off on a really small tangent here, but I was thinking, you know how you die? If you die more than once, you have 2 gravestones. I think your first gravestone should be deleted because you're being a bad player. Like if you, let's say, die at Catacombs in Zaya, and then, you know, you're running back to get your loot, but you forget your earmuffs when you're running through Banshees and you get, like, slapped. That's on you, man. Go lose your grave, man. So, Zerite Van Braces, did they change these? Okay, lowering the defense. I mean, you know, I used to be a PKer. I don't know. Should we really cater to, you know, people? I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Apparently, it looks like it's tier 45, and then... Here's the Zerite crossbow. I guess that looks pretty old school. It looks like, you know, the little hoop here and the stock kind of look like the Armadillo crossbow. So I guess the old school graphics are there. I like the Zerite bow. Like in principle, it is consistent with RuneScape 3, but you know, people are complaining that there's a lot of bows. It is apparently different from the bow is different from the crossbow. So let's quickly read that here. Neat and passive effect that makes bolt effects. Ruby bolts would hit 22% of the target's current health instead of 20. Okay, so it like boosts by 10%. Cool. Okay. Special attack, which guarantees your bolt effect. That your bolt effect. You succeed. Okay. You know, I mean, this is all neat. This sounds just like a Armadillo crossbow 2.0, so bye-bye Armadillo crossbow, I suppose. Oh, wait a minute. The favorite noisemaker Armadillo crossbow is gonna... Okay, same approach as Torva armor, so... The crossbow is broken, and it needs to be... I mean, the entire drop table is gonna be broken pieces. Like, that's gonna look so stupid, man, but... I understand what needs to be done. So combined with an Armadillo crossbow... Again, it's just gonna half the decline. You know, if everything's declining in RuneScape, like no items are worth investing in RuneScape. In RuneScape 3, there's items worth investing, but in old school, everything's just going down because the item sinks aren't there. So this is kind of like, you know, this is deleting an Armadillo crossbow from the game, but in reality, it's kind of just having it's transmuting it into a Zeros crossbow. So it's really only having like the decline in the value. So. cool. It sounds like a better armor crossbow. I like the bow in principle. I think it was really cool for stuff like I just heard a lot of good stuff. I know people play tested it. I can't remember everything exactly. I know there's people complaining in Barb Assault that it like ruined the entire strat and made everything AFK in the attacker role. But apart from that, it sounded really cool. It had a good niche. The DPS charts kind of showed that it fit in. Ancient Godsword, we'll just skip this. This is just like a PKing weapon. I don't think it was changed a lot. And then I just wanted to talk about the blood thing. So I'm really sad about what they're doing with like, they're doing the age-old mistake of just devaluing skilling, and instead of making blood rune crafting a way to, a skilling method, and with Zaya RC right now, we basically have to wait there and AFK and get blood runes, but there's no way to like increase your effort and get more blood runes per hour in Zaya. Like there's no tick manipulation, there's no like Tears of Guthix kind of like on and off kind of mechanic that can be like implemented. There's just nothing to make your, they should really be reworking Zaya runecraft to be, first of all, like less easy and more like there should be more variation in bloods per hour depending on how much like effort you put in, like as with like normally with skilling stuff. So I don't like that there's just, because already you can buy like 100,000, hundreds of thousands of blood runes per hour. If you're an Iron Man, you can literally go to the Mage of Zamorak and you can buy hundreds of thousands blood runes per hour, provided you have the money. So it's not like we have an issue but getting blood runes per se, but I understand the issue with like most Iron Men do decide to runecraft them, and it does run out. Like I think 77 to 99 runecrafting with blood runes will is like only a certain amount of scythes, and then your scythe runs out. So I understand the issue, but really they need to maybe save blood runecrafting for that runecrafting expansion minigame that they talked about adding to free-to-play and members. Like I think they called it the Guardians of Gielinor, which is just a carbon copy, I guess, of the Great Orb project. So yeah, Blood Essence, I really hope this doesn't pass. I hope we can vote on this shit, but we do have more mains than Ironman, so mains, we stand together. I don't know. I like you too, Ironman, but that's about it for the blog. So I think I rambled enough here, you guys. I did end up logging out in RuneScape from talking, so that's probably a good time to stop there. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys an update on Sarachnis gains, agility gains. Money has been booming. The account literally exploded, as I said it would in the last Ramble when I got the mace. I said the account's going to take off, and what do you know, we made like 200 mil in a week, and then we're starting to do Sarachnis, making like 40 mil a week there. So we're hoping to get the scythe then, you guys, and probably next Ramble I will either have a scythe or I will have my Clue Untradables completed. So I'll catch you guys then, and thanks for watching.